Hello everyone, I'm Jason from WapCar, and today we have this BMW 3 Series with us. But what's so special about it? This is actually an M340i. Today we're gonna find out, is this a four-door Toyota Supra? Is it though?
Download the official WapCar app now on Google Play Store.
So my colleague Adrian has already done an in-depth review of the G23 series in a video that you can watch right here. I'm going to detail what makes this car so special. For starters, BMW Laser Lights. You can see the blue accents in the headlight cluster. You get a new bumper. It's slightly different from the 330i M Sport. The kidney grille also gets a new design with a satin finish on its surrounds, which is also applied to the mirror caps. Moving down to the wheels, you get this sensational looking 19-inch wheels wrapped around the gorgeous looking BMW monoblock brakes. Moving on to the rear, this is already one of my favorite rear ends of any car right now, and in the M340i you get a bespoke rear bumper as well. You can see there are twin exhaust exits that are trapezoidal in shape, and further wide you can see there are vents that are non-functional. Up top, there is a very subtle boot lid spoiler, complete with some badging to tell you that this is no ordinary cooking 3 Series. This cabin is generally a very nice place to be in. All the creature comforts you could imagine a modern BMW to have, it does. And in this car, there is wireless Android Auto. There is no learning period. You just turn on your Wi-Fi, turn on your Bluetooth, it pairs to your phone. It's brilliant. Fully digital display as well, just like the 330i, and a very nifty heads-up display. You can customize your what you want displayed. So right now I have my rev counter and also my speedometer displayed. Also, if it pairs very well with Android Auto in the sense that if you are navigating via Google Maps, the navigation directions gets beamed onto the heads-up display as well. If you have an Apple device, wireless CarPlay is still supported, but on your heads-up display, the navigation instructions can only be displayed if you're using Apple Maps. Not Google Maps, not Waze, Apple Maps, which we all know is not the best around, is it? But enough of that. How does the M340i drive? I'm putting it in an off-ramp. This is quite a sharp bend. I gotta say, it's not a very precise kind of car. It's big, it's heavy, it's fast, don't get me wrong, but is it agile? No, I think, you know, look, the car is 1.7 tons and it feels it. When you put it through sharp bends, it feels more at home munching miles than tackling B roads. If anything, the engine and the transmission, these are the stars of the car. That's what makes the car feel so special. The B58 straight 6, if you've never driven a BMW 6-cylinder, and this is the first one you ever try, it's a very high bar. Honestly, this is one of the best 6-cylinder engines ever made. And yes, this is the same one in the Supra. Same engine, same transmission. I'm in sports mode, manual gear change. Oh. Listen to that growl. 4 cylinders cannot sound like this. Cannot sound like this. wonderful, wonderful. And after all that high-speed driving, you just press comfort mode. It's sedate again. Suspension damping. Let's talk a bit about that. In comfort mode, superb. It does, most of the time, it does a good job of containing the car's weight, which is no mean feat. And it's paired to 19-inch wheels, let's not forget. All in, it rides even better than a 330i or the 320i, definitely. Right? And this is on 19-inch wheels. Very impressive. However, the body control suffers a bit because of the weight. So sometimes you can't bend physics. You feel the car's weight through faster, sharper stuff, right? And that's just the way the car is set up, right? So it feels more at home, like I said, on a highway cruise. And the car just feels so quiet, so quiet. Could do this all day. Now, another thing I quite like about this car is it has this very sleeper feel about it, which means it's unassuming. You have 387 horsepower on your right foot, but I'll tell you, not many people will notice that, because on the outside it just looks like an unassuming car, right? But that's personally me, right? It has a very cute car kind of feel. But some people would not like that because you're spending close to 400-ish grand for a car, and they want to tell people about it, right? So some people might not like the fact that it looks too similar to a regular 3 Series, right? Personally, I love it because people will think that you're driving a 320 or 330, but then when you put your foot down, everything changes. There are not many competitors in this segment. The most obvious one being the Mercedes C43, right? But honestly, I would prefer this car. I prefer this car. It is not as brash. It is not as rough around the edges. It is more refined and well-mannered of the two. What about xDrive? Actually, most of the time, again, you know, when you don't need it, it just disappears into the background. But most of the time, it is a rear bias system, and it does help with the car. However, you know, it adds weight onto the car, which, well, it's a very heavy car. I can't escape the feeling of it being very heavy. You know, when you throw its weight around, it just feels ragged. You know, it feels imprecise, right? It just prefers to do the high-speed stuff, not the B-road kind of driving. So if you ask me, is this a 4-door Supra? In terms of performance, it's close. In terms of ride and handling, not really. So what's my verdict on the M340i? For one, I love the M performance part. It is a very, very powerful engine, smooth, brilliant, and the gearbox is just as good, right? But it's not a car you go canyon carving in. The weight kind of blunts its responses ultimately. So this is more of a car you spend time on the highways. It's effortless, right? And ultimately, for its asking price, would I still recommend it? Yes, I will still happily live with one of these, purely because of the drivetrain. As always, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe our YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next one.